So we got some breaking news involving Donald Trump. And no, the news is not the fact that he banging a porn star or that he might possibly be watching somebody urinating on Russian prostitutes. That's not the breaking news. I'll tell you what the breaking news is, and it involves Nevada, actually. This is breaking news. Just came in. A federal judge just dismissed the Trump campaign lawsuit over Nevada mail-in voting. This mail-in voting bill. Trump campaign had filed this lawsuit at Assembly Bill 4, which state lawmakers passed during a recent special session. Now, under this bill, all active voters in the state would receive a mail-in ballot for an election if there's a state of emergency, regardless of whether they request one. The president's campaign sued, as I mentioned, arguing that the measure could disproportionately affect GOP voters by confusing them and creating an incentive to stay away from the polls. But again, this is big news. This federal judge has shot it down. So we kind of figured this was going to happen, at least I did. I knew there was no merit to it. It was just a matter of time before a judge said, nope, gone.
Oh,
so
there's
that's
definitely merit
news.
to it, Brian.
Well, according to the federal judge, he completely 100% disagrees with you, and he's a man of the law, and what his opinion says goes.
Brian, we had 223,000 ballots that were sent to the wrong address for the primaries in Nevada.
Well, geez.
How are we supposed to fix that?
In 200 ballots. No, I agree.
No.
200 ballots is 200,000 ballots. Yeah,
I said 220,000 ballots. 223,000 ballots, Brian.
So how does that hurt Republicans?
Do you know what that is?
Can I ask you a question?
Do you have any idea what that is? That's literally 6%. Of the entire state of Nevada, roughly, Brian.
So let me ask you.
Are you aware of that?
Okay, I'm asking you a question now.
How is that going to get fixed in 5 months or 4 months?
May I ask you a question?
And with AB4, every single registered voter automatically gets a ballot sent to their home.
I was going to ask you a question, but my opinion doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. All that matters is this federal judge that I would imagine probably has.
The governor's trying to steal the election.
If I could just finish. All that matters is a federal judge that dismissed this lawsuit. There's no proof that it can hurt Republicans any more than it could hurt Democrats. Let me be very clear on that. That was the basis of the lawsuit, that it was going to hurt Republicans. No evidence to back that up.
Actually, it is. There is some evidence here.
Really? That it's going to hurt Republicans and not Democrats?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Love to hear that evidence.
Multiple polls have shown that Biden voters prefer to vote by mail, and Trump voters prefer.
What polls are showing that?
And Trump voters prefer to vote in person.
And what?
Brian.
And what polls show that?
Emerson College is one.
Emerson College shows that. I would love to get more information.
Okay, sure. I'll get a couple more polls.
But
if that's the case, then yes, it definitely hurts.
By the way,
the Republican Party and helps the Democratic Party.
Last I checked, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but last I checked, Donald Trump supporters that want to vote for Donald Trump, last I checked, they can still vote in person. But anyway, here's what matters, folks, and make no mistake about it. Beyond all the rhetoric, this is all that matters, which is a federal judge agreed that this lawsuit had zero merit, and it's not even going to be in the court system. Okay, so that's it. End of story. That's all that matters. We can talk about stats and polls all we want to, but the lawsuit has no merit.
You just blatantly lied to our audience and said that there is no evidence. And I just said, well, there is some evidence. And then you tried to discredit my evidence.
Well, yeah.
And I gave you a pretty
You showed me a poll.
Yeah, I gave you one poll, and there's multiple. There's other polls as well that I can get.
Well, let me just say this.
So don't lie to our audience, Brian.
First of all, I never lie to our audience. You're being an idiot, and I will call you an idiot now on the air.
I'm not being an idiot, Brian.
Yes, you're being a complete fool.
No, I'm not. You just said that there's no evidence. I said there is evidence.
You're saying I'm lying to the audience, and then you're laughing.
Biden voters are more likely to vote by mail than Trump voters.
We're wasting airtime.
And every single Nevada resident, if they want to, they can request an absentee ballot. They don't have to have a ballot sent to their home, especially after what happened with the primary.
Okay, so
if 223,000 ballots were sent to the wrong address, and several people,
first of all,
hundreds of people received 4 or more ballots because people that used to live there still got a ballot sent there.
Okay, so let me be very clear. First of all, and then we're going to move on.
And there's more to it than that as well.
Okay, well, I don't want to hear it. I just don't. And
why do we bring it up then, Brian?
Okay, this is breaking news. That's why. That's
I know,
what we do.
And I'm trying to expand. I'm trying to expand.
And I'm trying to get a word in edgewise. And you are off the rails. Can we please move on?
I'm not off the rails at all.
Okay, first of all, poll is not evidence. That's number one. Number two, and this is very, very important, we are in a global pandemic. There are people that do not want to leave their homes. This is end of story. There is a federal judge that dismissed it. And